He's saying exactly what a modern guy wants to say, but he's doing it in such a clever way that it's just poetry. Poetry, baby. I first discovered Nat's music when I wrote a song and recorded it on a little play school tape recorder. And I played it for my mother. I was 6 years old. And she said, "Boy, you sound like Nat King Cole." And of course I didn't. But she loved Nat King Cole. And she loved his diction, his style, and his grace. And she was like, putting something on me, And I then remember, first I thought it was an unusual name, Nat King Cole. I was like, wow. So we were forbidden to touch the records, but I went to the records and I saw his image on the records, and it was really cool. And I put the record on, and the first song was Nature Boy. And I was just struck by the warmth that came out of the speakers. We had the big console stereo that was a giant piece of furniture that had the turntable. There was a TV at the bottom, but speakers. And I leaned up against the TV, and this warmth from the speakers just kind of wrapped around me. And by the end of the record, after listening to Nature Boy and Pick Yourself Up and just Smile, all of these beautiful songs, I was bitten. I was I was really struck by the almost like fatherly presence that Nat had in his voice, and that's how I came to Nat's music. Nat's music has influenced me in many ways. The songs that he chose to sing, the optimism of Nat's approach, his ability to sing about love and all of its facets, all forms of love, brotherly, motherly love. It's just the lexicon of his discography is just is extraordinary, and I was just touched by how he was able to bring together this mass of songs that really tells the story of optimism in a way, about love and life. And it's definitely affected me with songs like Painted on Canvas, No Love Dying, When Love Was King. I could go on and on. He's without question influenced me. Musically, even the way that Nat slides, he would slide up to a note. I love you, I've just outright stolen that. I have recorded a record called Nat King Cole and Me, and some of the music is essentially the story of Nat's music in my life. I came to Nat's music in the absence of my father, and Nat's voice, Nat's music, his sound and his style comforted me and made me feel at 6 and 7 and 20 and 25 like I had somebody to go to for fatherly advice. For me, Pick Yourself Up, Dust Yourself Off, Start All Over Again has had a different meaning when I was 6 and when I was 19. When I lost my mother at 22, it had a really extraordinarily different meaning at every part of my life. So his songs have grown with me in meaning as well. So so to have the opportunity to perform his music to audiences around the world has been a gift for me. I chose I chose the song "Girl From Ipanema." It's a well-known song, but Nat he adds his own seasoning to the song, and it's such a cleverly written lyric that it may say something that's quite a modern message. You know, the subject matter is something that people have been writing about for thousands of years. You know, beauty, feminine beauty, and so Nat's delivery of of this clever lyric, he's saying exactly what a modern guy wants to say, but he's doing it in such a clever way that it's just poetry. Poetry, baby. Listening to Nat's voice, his isolated voice on Girl From Ipanema, I'm just struck by how swinging it is and how complex his phrasing and rhythm is, but it doesn't feel like he's giving you any theory. He feels like he's just laying the music right out there for you to enjoy, and it's a party to listen to. But if you just want to check it out musically, it's really, really deep and beautiful. Being here at this famous building, Capitol Studio, and we're here with his piano and the microphones that he used, and this is his soil. It's an extraordinary thing. I used to drive past this building in the back of my mother's station wagon and wonder what it was. What is this extraordinary place? My mother said to me, it's like, oh, this is that's the Capitol building. That's where they make music over there. Nat King Cole is in there. And so this was a magic place for me. And so to be here and to do the music that has been fortifying me and making me feel good for so many years is really an extraordinary thing. You have to come in to a recording with Nat King Cole as though Nat is still in the room and that you're communicating as two musicians. That's what I felt like today. As you know, this recording has been around for many, many years, but today I felt like I had a conversation, a musical conversation with Nat King Cole. The isolation of the vocal, and also just the ability to really think about, you know, what he laid down and how I could complement his voice with my voice. And so, yeah, it was daunting, a little bit frightening, yes. I mean, you know, you don't want to, you know, I mean, to use the title of one of his songs, you don't want to put a little extra paint on Mona Lisa, but when they ask you to do it, you got to do it. Nat is a pillar of us, of culture, of music, not just here in the United States, but around the world. He's the pinnacle and the top. And I think to let his memory and his musical accomplishments fade even slightly would be a grave mistake, because he is and was a master of the music.